My son shut the door on me at Christmas and said, "Wrong house." Hours later, he mocked me over the phone saying, "Money can't buy her a spot here." So that night, I canceled every bank transfer. By morning, he had called 25 times in total panic. I drove 45 minutes in the snow with a bag of sweaters and a turkey breast. That's how much I loved my son. Daniel opened the door, looked straight at me and said, "Sorry, Mom, wrong house." Then he laughed. Claire laughed harder. Her parents smiled from the couch like they'd just watched a trick poodle perform. I stood on that porch holding a turkey in a tote bag while my son's in-laws stared at me through the window. I said nothing. I didn't cry. I didn't argue. I didn't make a scene in front of Claire's parents, who were pretending very hard to look at the ceiling. I turned around, walked to my car, and drove home alone in the snow. That should have been the worst part. It wasn't. I sat in my driveway for 10 minutes before I could go inside. The turkey was still in the bag on the passenger seat. At 11:47 p.m., I got up for water. My phone was face up on the counter. A text notification from Daniel had lit up the screen, but it wasn't meant for me. He'd sent it to his group chat. His name was right there. He'd hit the wrong contact. Bro, she actually left LMAO. Honestly, what did she expect? Money can't buy her a spot here. She should know her place by now. I read it 4 times. I thought about the drive up, the snow, the sweaters I'd wrapped individually because Sophie liked purple and Ethan liked green, and I still knew that, even if my son had forgotten I was a person. Then I sat down at my kitchen table and did something I hadn't done in 6 years. I made a list. Every wire transfer, every emergency, every tuition payment, mortgage gap, car insurance bill, and vacation they called a family investment. $9,000 for payroll, his business. $14,000 for the house when rates jumped, his mortgage. $6,500 for the kids' school, because public school was damaging their confidence. $30,200 for a trip to Portugal, because Claire's sister was going and they couldn't look less successful. I had $209,000 documented by 2 a.m. I opened my banking app. I canceled every recurring transfer, every auto payment I covered, every standing order with his name on it. Then I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and went to sleep. I woke up to 25 missed calls. Daniel had started at 6:14 a.m. Claire joined at 7:02. By 8:30, they were alternating like shifts. I made coffee. The 26th call came in while I was stirring it. I let it ring. At 9:05, Daniel sent a text. All caps, 3 paragraphs. The word children appeared 7 times. The word sorry appeared 0 times. At 9:22, Claire texted separately. She called me vindictive and manipulative. She said I was weaponizing money against my own grandchildren. I screenshotted both, sent them to my attorney, Samuel Price, with one line: "Start the trust paperwork." Samuel called me back in 11 minutes. I wasn't expecting what he said next. "Margaret," he said slowly, "I think you should know. Daniel called my office last week." I set down my coffee. "He was asking," Samuel continued, "about power of attorney." The room went very quiet. My son, my only child, had called my estate attorney, behind my back. He wanted to know, Samuel said, what it would take to get financial control if a parent became incapacitated. My hand tightened around the phone. "He said you'd been forgetful lately," Samuel added. "Said he was worried about your judgment." I hadn't been forgetful. Not once. I knew exactly where every dollar had gone. And my son had just told my attorney I was losing my mind. I looked at the 26 missed calls on my screen. Then I looked at the list I'd made at 2 a.m. $209,000. "Samuel," I said, "how fast can you move?" He said, "How fast do you need me to?" I said, "Before he files anything." There was a pause. Then Samuel said, "Check your email in 1 hour." I hung up. My phone rang again immediately. Daniel. This time I answered, "Mom, full story on channel, link below."